Alright, welcome back to another video on how to become a business consulting freelancer. Especially, take a look at the practice when it comes to know and perform or conduct a research, right? So specifically looking at an e-commerce with Vue, Nox, Strapi, GraphQL, Docker, and Stripe. Okay, so Vue is for building a user interface, Nox to speed up the entire web development experience. Strapi is that we can persist the state of our application and expose an API and manage our content easily. GraphQL to solve two main issues, the overfetching and underfetching. In other words, is to reduce or to keep at minimum the amount of requests we make to the server and to reduce the initial page load time or any page load time. And Docker to containerize our application so we can deploy that in any cloud provider, Azure, Google Cloud, Amazon, Vercel, you name it, and Stripe to integrate. Now, how can we provide payment options to our customer to connect business to customers? Okay, so first understand what an e-commerce is. So Amazon mentioned that that is the trade of goods and service on the internet. So it is your bustling city center or your brick and mortar shop converted into zeros and ones on the internet superhighway. And Shopify mentioned, while e-business refers to all aspects of operating an online business, e-commerce refers specifically to the transaction of goods and service. So with that, then I look at the several type of business model or e-commerce that we can have and the different actors on the business area, whether it's the government, the consumers, and business, and how each other related and how they provide good and service to each other. So first I look at the business to consumers, which is the most widely popular use. And yeah, this is the most widely popular business model, okay, where now business offer goods and service to consumers, such as online retailer like Amazon, Costco, Target, or Walmart, digital market, online marketplace, or or digital marketplace. So you have online retailers, digital marketplace such as Etsy, eBay, subscription service such as Netflix or Spotify, where now consumers can sign up monthly or yearly to service or to deliver a service or online streaming. Online travel and booking such as Expedia, Booking.com, or Airbnb, and online food, okay, and online food ordering and delivery. Yeah, and online food ordering and delivery, like Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash. Again, this is the five most common examples, according to ChatGPT, of business to consumers. Online retailers like Amazon, Walmart, Target, digital marketplace like eBay, Etsy, where now consumers purchase for good or service directly to small business or individuals. Subscription service like Netflix or Spotify, where now consumers can sign up monthly or yearly for delivery service or online streaming. Online travel and booking, such as Expedia, Booking.com, and Airbnb, and online food ordering and deliveries, such as DoorDash, Grubhub, or Uber Eats. And when it comes to the business to business, okay, you have digital or online marketplace such as Alibaba, Amazon e-business, or eBay business, EDI, electronic data interchange, paperwork that were traditionally made on paper, like invoice or purchase order. Now they are done electronically through any of these EDI systems. For example, IBM provided supplier portals where now very large business wants to streamline their supply chains and procurement process by setting online portals. A procurement process involves the purchase for a business, the purchase of sale of business of good and service, the good specifically, to get a good bid, such as the Walmart Supplier Center or the SAP Arriva network. Wholesale e-commerce, where now manufacturer and distributor sells their product to business, like Uline or Gringer, and business to business payment solutions like PayPal or uh, Stripe. And when it comes to consumer to business, so you have here freelance work, where now consumers offer their service like freelance writing, graphic design, or uh, or web development in platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, and Freelancer. Online survey such as SurveyMonkey, where now consumers can participate in paid online service for market research purpose. Crowdfunding, so now consumers can raise funds for their own ideas and projects like Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and the reverse auction in place like Priceline or Name Your Tag or Name Your Price, and also user generated content, where now consumers can sell their service or their digital content to business such as Shutterstock for image or audio, for image and videos, iStocks, or Audio Jungle for audios. And then I look at the government to business, okay, public procurement portals, where now government agency provide online platform for business to bid on government contracts like the Federal Business Opportunity, the FBO, or the UK contract finder service, tax filing and payment, when a government agency provides online platform to fill and payment system for tax filing and payment system, like the electronic federal tax payment system on the US for government, from government to business, or the HM revenue and custom on the UK. Uh, Licensing and permits. Okay, so licensing and permit application when a government, when a business apply to a permit or a license, such as food service or building permits, custom clearance and international trade, when a government agencies provide service to facilitate cross-border trade, like the electronic custom clearance or export declarations, which are documents that a company needs to provide to the government to import or export goods and service. And business registration. So government agency provide platform for business to register, like the SBA, Small Business Administration, or the Company House in the UK. And when it comes to government to consumers, well, they provide tax payment portals. So now governments allow their citizens to pay taxes, like the IRS on the US, or the custom and revenue on the UK. Vehicle registrations and licensing, like the DMA, like the DMV, the stand for Department Motor Vehicle California in the US, or the driver and vehicle license agency. The driver and vehicle license agency. So the driver and vehicle license agency in the UK. Passport applications and renewal, such as the US Department State Passport Service or the UK Government Official Passport Service, if I recall that. The UK Government Official Passport Service. Online bill payment, where now a government agency allows citizens to pay their utility bills like water, electricity, property taxes, and any other government fees. And birth and death certificates, such as the yeah, such as the UK, okay, such as the UK General okay, such as the UK General Register Office, okay, where now citizens can order birth and death certificate in the UK government, okay, in place like the UK Government General Register, okay, the UK government, so the UK General Register Office, or the US National Center for Health Statistics. The US National Center for Health Statistics. And this is something very, very interesting because when I look at that, it is a very powerful website because it provides a lot of data, a lot of health statistics, right? And that's something. So I can get some insight from that data. Okay, insight from that data that sorry insight from that data insight from that data set from the US, and you can predict what are the Latin America health statistics will mimic or will you can forecast. Of course, this is just a very theoretical thing, but you can forecast based on this US health statistics. Most of the time Latin copy and paste a lot of this low policy, but in a low budget version, right? Yeah, in a very low budget version. And then I look at the consumer to government, right? Such as online donations like UNICEF or the American Red Cross, online donations, yeah, online donations, online permit applications like license fishing licensing and hunting permits, okay? Payment of fine or fees, okay? Like tickets, like traffic tickets or traffic tickets or parking tickets, online petitions such as change.org or care2, where now consumers can sign online petitions to influence government policy. Yeah, very funny that. And online tax filing. So the whole point of this is that give me this mental model, especially when I go into talked about to other home or business owner, right? And to identify, okay, what are the business model you use? Okay, it's a business to consumer, it's a business to business, it's a consumer to business, government to consumer, government to business, consumer to governments, right? And understand from all of this what are the most common examples. So, for example, on to make a quick recap, okay. So, for example, on business to consumers, which is the most widely business model, you have online retailers like Amazon, Target, or Walmart, a digital marketplace like Etsy or eBay, subscription service like Netflix or Spotify, where now consumers can sign up monthly or yearly to enjoy any of this service, delivery or online streaming, online travel and booking like Expedia, uh, Booking.com or Airbnb, and order and food ordering and delivery like Uber Eats, Grubhub, DoorDash. The business to business, you have now digital marketplace like Alibaba, Amazon e-business, eBay business, EDI, electronic data interchange. So transactions that were traditionally made on paperwork, like invoice or purchase order, now it is done electronically. For example, EBM provider, electronic data interchange. Supply portals like the Walmart Supply Center or SAP Arriva Network, where the whole idea here is to streamline the supply chain and procurement process for business when they have to deal with large volume of products or with large goods for very large business. Wholesale e-commerce, when a manufacturer and distributor uh, sells products to other business like Uline or Granger and payment solutions, so business to business payment solution like Stripe or PayPal. Then I look at the consumer to business like freelance work, freelance writing, copywriting, web design, web development, or graphic designs in platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, or freelance server or online server like SurveyMonkey. Most of the time you pay to consumers to participate in this online service for market research purpose. User generated content like Shutterstock, iStocks, or Envato. Okay, here now consumers sells their digital content to business. Okay, image, audio, or video. Kickstarter, crowdfunding, where now consumers can raise funds for their own project and ideas, like Indiegogo or a Kickstarter, and reverse auction, like name your price or price line. And when it comes to government to business, public procurement portals. So if you translate that, public procurement portals, okay, translate it into Spanish. You say here Google Translator. Nope. Uh-huh. Perhaps in finance. In Spanish. Okay, public procurement. Public procurement. Contrataciones públicas. O adquisiciones. Procurement, acquisition. Okay, that's right. That's right. So public procurement portals, okay? In Spanish is portales de contratación pública o licitación pública, or less common, contratación pública, often used. Okay. Portales de contratación pública. Okay, public procurement portals like the FBO, the Federal Business Opportunity on the US, or the UK Contract Finder Service. So the whole idea is that this government agency provide an online platform for business to bid on government contracts. Public procurement portals. Tax payment or tax filing and payments, such as the electronic tax public, such as the electronic federal tax payment system on the US, or the HM Revenue and Custom in the UK. Also, you have the licensing and permit applications when a business apply to license or permits like food service or building permit, building permits, custom clearance and international trades, where now government agency provides online service to streamline or to facilitate the cross-border trade, such as the electronic custom clearance. In Spanish, this is aduana de electrónicos, the electronic custom clearance, or export declaration, declaración de exportaciones, which is a document to inform the government, hey, this company has the proper permissions to export or import goods and service. And then I also look at and then okay, and then I also look at the business registration, okay, such as the SBA on the US, the Small Business Administration, and or the company house company house in the UK, the company house in the UK. And when I look at the government to consumers, such as tax payment portals, like allow to citizens to the government agency provide payment options to allow their citizens to pay taxes, like the IRS, the International Revenue Service on the US, or the HM Custom and Revenue on the UK. Vehicle registration and licensing. So you have DMV, California in USA, or the driver and vehicle licensing agency in the UK. Passport application and renewal, such as the US State Department, such as the US Department of State passport. This is different. Such as the US Department of State Passport Service, or the UK Government Official Passport Service. Also, utility bills or online bill payments. So the government agency provides payment options to citizens to pay utility bills like electricity, water, property tax, and other government fees. and birth and death certificates, right? And birth and death certificates, such as, yeah, birth and death certificates, such as the UK General Register Office or the National or the US National or the US National Center for Health Statistics. It's funny, but because it actually costs me to focus in this stage. Okay, perhaps it's because I focusing too much on that topic. It actually costs me to 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 describe this. Mm, interesting, interesting. So example of consumer to government. Okay, whether it is tax payment portals, I mean the consumers to government, whether it is online donations, yeah, online donations, online petitions, permits and licensing, payments or fine payment of fine or fees, and online tax filing. And online tax filing. Alright, so with that huge overview, that'll be all for this video. So take care. Bye bye.